Hello.
Come back. Don't leave.
Come back. Don't leave.
Don't go. There's free stuff.
I scared them off, I think.
I did. Doug.
Okay, so this is the collaboration panel. Welcome.
You.
Good. Everyone's in the right room then. I was hoping people wouldn't leave as soon as I said that. I think something else. So yeah, collaboration is key, in case you didn't know. Collaboration is what has made some people on YouTube massive. I guess it's kind of an obvious thing, a lot of people know it, but hopefully these guys are gonna, I don't know, enlighten us with some amazing knowledge of how they've used collaboration to get to where they are today. So, I have some notes. I thought we'd start with a few questions that I have and a few different topics, and then we can open it up to the audience questions at any point. So, if you've got an urgent question that you want to ask, then just put up your hand and I might run to you. So, first of all, yeah, we should probably do, I haven't done this before, by the way, so yeah, first of all, we should probably all introduce yourselves. That's a good idea, isn't it? So, starting with you.
Okay, I'm Ro, R-O, I'm Spanish, that's why it's a weird name. I do Spanish videos, so maybe you don't know me, most of you. And my channel name is Ro en la Red. And I do comedian vlogs. I'm a bit crazy in my videos. Too energetic, as Theo said. And yeah, well, I guess that's my introduction. Nice to meet you all.
Woo! Oh, okay. So thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, how polite. There we go. Hi, my name's Jake. I run a channel called Vsauce 3, and I do like the science of fictional things. So, could something the size of Godzilla exist? Like, could that biologically be possible in our planet? On our planet, not in it, on it. So yeah, I just do that kind of stuff, and it's really fun, and I'm just happy to be here with you. So thank you.
Okay, I'm Theodora, but most people call me Theo. I am from Cape Town, and I've made it all the way to Summer in the City. So excited to be here. My channel is just everything from vlogs to advice to comedy. Well, I try. And yeah, I just love making videos. I love it. So I just do whatever I feel like that week, or second week sometimes. And yeah, thanks for having me.
I didn't actually introduce myself either. So my name's Doug, I make YouTube videos and have done for many years. And yeah, I make vlogs, edutainment I call it, like different life hack kind of videos, cooking videos. I kind of just do what I want and make lots of different stuff, so yeah.
I just have a question. My channel name's just Theodora. You'll find me. I don't use the username, please. That's all.
I'm Sammy. We want to do this together as the same channel, but at the same time. Obviously not at the same time. So we're Sammy and Nikki, or we're actually Nikki and Sammy. Our channel's called Nikki and Sammy because we like really original names. We don't really have anything impressive to do, but like, we make 3 videos a week that are normally silly. We try to be funny, and it normally fails, and that's probably why it is funny. So that's us. Yay!
Yeah. Did you have a question? I saw you putting your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to know what your channel.
Oh, okay. Okay then. So, my first question to you guys is, who should you collaborate with? How do you find the person to... It's a tricky one to start with.
Can I say, I have found, in my experience, the most genuine collabs that have the best results. You're collabing with your friends. But there's no reason why you can't collab with someone that you've just met at Summer in the City, for example. If you get along, you don't know each other that well. It's someone interesting chemistry. Yeah, I think the best chemistry of your friends, but there's no reason you can't collaborate with someone who you haven't met, because it just adds something different to the video, I find.
I think you obviously want to collaborate with somebody who has a similar kind of flavor to you, but then again, it's also nice to kind of mix things up, because then you will be you'll get a different audience seeing your stuff, and I think that's what ultimately you want to do. You want to tap into a different audience. So it's a bit of both, I think.
And also, I think you need to contact first YouTubers who have the same amount of audience than you, because that's easier to reach first. Then you can look up for something else, like, okay, I'd love to collab with Daily Grace, of course. Well, it's Grace now. But of course, now I can't. But I guess you should look first for someone who you can reach and also style. I think that's very, very important.
And can I just say, it doesn't have to be one person. If there's a group of you at a similar level, it can benefit you all by working together to produce regular content with one another, to build up at the same time, so you're all quite a strong audience and you share that with each other. So it's nice to do that.
Yeah, also if you have friends, like you said, and you can collab with them like very frequently. In my case, I live in a house with other 4 YouTubers. We moved 1 year ago, and we have even a name. We are called September 13, because we moved in September last year. That's why, so original. And the thing is that because we live together, then you can do videos all the time, and you appear in their videos, they appear in my videos. And then collaboration always helps. So like whatever you can use to collab with someone, just do it.
Can I just add, for most of you, no, it's interesting because we went to Panelists last year, and the American YouTubers were all saying, I'm really envious of the British community, and we're so lucky that if you are living in Britain, that there are YouTubers literally down the road from where you live, and it's so easy just to drive an hour to meet someone rather than across half of America to meet, you know, a YouTuber of a similar size. So that's just something to bear in mind.
Just something on that. I live in South Africa, and there's literally, well, there are a few people that I could collab with, but it's very hard. So I've actually had to look for family members, like, or boyfriends, or friends that I think would be good on camera and people would like them. So, because I obviously don't want to be in videos on my own all the time. I sometimes want to feed off other people. So if you don't have a YouTuber, find someone who loves the medium and work with them.
Sorry. Hello. So actually, on that, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent, and I apologize. So I think that necessarily you don't have to be in the same place as the person that you're collabing with. Because I remember I did 2, one with ASAP Science, who lives in Canada, and I live in New York, and then another one with this girl called Ellie Awesome, who lives in Australia. And again, I was in New York. And I think that makes it interesting because you have to find a really clever way to work with that person and integrate it into your content and make it feel natural and organic and like you actually are with the person, but when you're not, which I think it just elevates the kind of content because you have to be more creative to figure that out. So yes, it helps if the person's physically there with you, but it shouldn't be a deterrent if they're not. You just have to be a little bit more creative.
So building on from that, you say that that's quite a different way of collaborating with people. Has anyone else tried any other unusual ways than the standards, like sitting together and doing like a tag video? Or anyone else had any ideas about other ways that you could do that?
Well, I've done some collaborations where you have this kind of a video where someone is calling you, and then you have a phone, and then you are talking to that person, and then you don't need to be at the same place or in the same room, because simply you're just talking to a person. And then it's funny because the video is, I mean, it's like you can, we did a video with one vlogger from Spain who is called Luzu, who lives in LA. And we were 1 person in Madrid and 2 in Barcelona in Spain. So, and we did a video, and it was very nice. I mean, it was, the result was really cool, and we were just simply, so the mean was just a phone, for example.
Can I just, there's another way of collaborating that's not specifically the usual way of collaborating, it's keeping it within the community. I mean, look at Emma's Google Plus video that she did. How many video responses, not literal video responses, awkward, they're gone, but how many responses and reactions were there to that? And that went around the community, so that helped promote her video and anyone else doing that on the topic. So it's always, it's not just collaborating through sharing clips and being there with the person, but it's also being part of the community and working with each other in that way as well, which is quite important. And that's how we met a lot of the friends that we've got on YouTube. By commenting on videos, commenting, then you start talking, and that's how you build the community, and that's why YouTube is so strong, because of the community aspect. So don't ever forget that, that's important too.
Okay, so you figured out who you're going to collaborate with, and you figured out what you're going to do, be it an unusual way or the standard way. So how do you actually go about arranging that collaboration? be it with a friend or if it might be someone that you haven't met before or don't really know?
Nervously. I think everyone gets nervous asking to collab because you don't want to come off as if you're using them for the subscribers, or you're punching above your weight, or that sort of thing. And I would never think that if somebody asked me to collab, and I don't think anyone else ever thinks that, but I have this fear that if I ask somebody to collab, they're not going to be up for it, but they always are. So I think everyone's a little bit nervous to collab. But just send them a Facebook message, that's what I do.
I think unfortunately everyone thinks that subscribers is the topic when it's asking for a collab, but if I ever met I've met Grace Colbig, but if I was to say to her, do you want to collab, that would have nothing to do with her subscribers. It'd be the fact I've watched her for 6 years and I completely admire her. It'd be a really rubbish video though, because I'd just sit there in silence and look at her, but that's the point. It's admiration, I think, that's the point, isn't it?
Fangirl.
So, yeah, fangirl.
You also need maybe to propose an idea, more than just asking, hey, shall we collab? But if you go with the idea and then it's a cool idea and then the person likes it, I've accepted some collaborations with maybe, I don't know, like smaller YouTubers, so to call them. And if you like it, you're gonna do it anyways because you're gonna have fun. And I mean, that's the point, right? To have fun while we're doing the videos. So I think just ask and try to think about something cool that people would like to do with your channel.
So, slight different tangent here. What are your thoughts on collaborations with celebrities? So be that people that you might have opportunities to do with big celebrities or these kind of Z-list celebrities that people haven't really heard about and you're not sure whether your audience will know about them. Have any of you collaborated with any celebrities?
I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's a channel, I can't remember what it's called. It's completely blanked, in the UK where they offer YouTubers a chance to work with these celebrities and chance. Sorry? Yeah, U-Generation. And the idea is you promote them on your channel, and then from my friends at least, they'd only do it if it was a singer or a star that they've genuinely wanted to meet and they're going to be in a video with them. That's amazing. But so only if you're going to get something from it.
More importantly, your audience takes on your characteristics normally. They come for the same reason, and if you like someone, then 90% of the time they will like someone. I have a huge crush, not really, but Ellie Goulding is amazing, and I know if we did a video on it, everyone knows that follows me, I think she's amazing.
Don't stop tweeting about her.
I don't stop tweeting, and see her, if that was everything. Sorry, just completely off on a tangent there. Yeah, it's cool, I think you should do it if you get a chance, because that's really cool, right?
Use a bit of that,
Yeah.
I did a collaboration recently with a girl band, 3 girls in Spain, and I think my target, my audience is not the same they have, but part of my audience, they really love the video. So I guess it also, so if you have a group of singers, YouTubers, people who use YouTube, they don't know them, right, like personally. And then they come to my channel, they do a vlog, they talk about, we did this summer tag, something easy to do with singers and people who are not used to talk to a camera. And it worked very well because in the end, people liked to know these singers as persons, right? Like, okay, they can also talk, they can also tell you stuff, they simply don't sing and that's it. So, so their fans liked the video, but also my audience who were not fans of them, but they liked to know them like more personally. So I think it's, it's nice to do collaborations with celebrities, let's call it, even though if they are not YouTubers or they are not related to YouTube.
So I would say if the opportunity comes up, like definitely explore it. Maybe, so I have a thing where we've had a few opportunities to work with celebrities. In my mind though, if I'm not Jimmy Kimmel, I'm not a late night show, so if they're just going to be there just to promote whatever, then that doesn't benefit me or the audience. That's no reason. If they want to actually engage with the content and be part of the content, then yes, I would love to have them. Which is a difficult thing, right? Because they don't necessarily want to play or portray whatever character they're usually doing. They just want to be themselves and they want to talk about their whatever's coming out. So I think you have to be picky a little bit. Because generally, if they're in the video, is that really going to help my video that much? Like the same amount of people are going to watch it if they weren't in it. Is kind of my thing. I'm like, could it just be a better experience for the audience? Because the same people are going to watch it, but will it be something that they go, oh my goodness, I could only get that on Vsauce. Like I had to watch it just for that experience. And that's kind of a thing that I always think about, but I don't know.
Also, it's nice to do things for yourself as well. So if like something Bastille came up, imagine that would be amazing. And you know, it's all about.
But I do agree with what you just said. If it doesn't add anything to the video, and you've just got, I don't know, like Pixie Lot sitting like in the corner of your video doing absolutely nothing, that's not really adding anything. But if it's, you can be selfish, and if it's, I don't know, the chance to interview your favourite singer of all time is there on your channel, I'd jump at the chance, but it has to add, you know, something to it.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Kevin Spacey was sitting in the corner.
How cool would that be, just sitting in the corner, like little dirt face the whole way through?
Yeah, I have to agree. I think for me, I've had one or two sort of opportunities where they've been celebrities of, like, kind of people would know them, but they're not people that I sort of aspire to or like kind of have really any interest in, because they might be musicians that I've kind of not been interested in. So I think it needs to be sort of genuine to you and to your channel. And so if you if you don't like them, then don't do it just because they're a celebrity and you can get them in your video. Kind of thing.
Yeah, and you've also got to look at your audience. Everyone knows their audience, so you know if your audience is, you know, a fan of the celebrity, then it's probably best to say yes, rather than someone that you like, but you know your audience doesn't like. And I find that's difficult for me because I'm a little bit older than my audience, and sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, but so you just got to be clever, I think, and just think about it.
But even though if your audience is younger, they will like it because you're having fun in the video. I mean,
Exactly.
If I'm with a celebrity that I love, I will be so excited that the video will be just funny. So.
Yeah. But you're not trophy hunting, so like try and get as many celebrities you can on your channel, because that's if in no one's interest at all. So. Yeah.
Cool.
So, does your YouTube network help you organise or bring in collabs? Or are there other methods that you've used to find people to collaborate with?
Yeah, in my case, we have in the network I work with, which is in the mall. They try to, for example, recently we got some agreement with Warner, and they have singers like Ed Sheeran, maybe you know him, and also Spanish singers. And then we are trying to do things together, or if you have a daily vlog and maybe you can go to a concert, and then that's content for you for your vlogging videos. So yeah, in my case, we are trying to do it. We're starting it.
Yeah, not just celebrities, but like general people to collab with as well. Or how else have you found people to collab with?
I think if you're in a network, you could quite easily ask whoever's your manager, say, if you was going from a business perspective, oh, how many subscribers they get, how many monthly views they get. That's not what you want. That's not going to give you a good video. That's just going to maybe ensure you a few more subscribers, but not necessarily, because it depends on the format of the video on the person's channel.
But networks are very good at, you know, here's a list of people we could put you in contact with, but I wouldn't like it either. They've never gone as a middleman and said, we'll talk to them, we'll talk to you, and we'll arrange something.
We want something to be I'll probably speak for everyone here. It wants to be organic, and it wants to look fluid, and there's got to be chemistry between you and everyone on the channel. It's just really awkward for your audience to watch, and you have to put a lot of time into editing it because there isn't many jokes. That's what I do anyway.
Though some networks do reach out. We had a network reach out to us recently, ironically for a friend that we had already collabed with, just saying, do you want to do a video with this person? This is what they do, etc. I just sent a polite email back saying that I know
we're actually friends, and we have actually done several videos together. So.
I was around their house last week. I know who they are. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's being a part of a network helps to have a group of people that you can contact with easily. So you can send an email. It's not the same. Like if you are in the same network, even though you have a different audience or a smaller, or they don't know you, but it's easier to meet them or contact them, send them an email. So I guess that helps.
We have a question.
Yes. Other than networks and people that you already know, have any of you like tried a different way of finding a collab or something like that that's not a common way of doing it?
Well, like sending an email to someone completely random.
We've had, I guess everyone's had it, like a tweet out of the blue from someone that you've eventually worked with. That's happened before. But I don't know.
Through Twitter, I've seen many people using Twitter, like yeah, you just write a tweet like, hey, let's make a video, and then you tell your followers, please favorite or retweet my last tweet that I did, or mention that person, so that they actually get some kind of feedback, and then they look at your tweet, and then maybe it happens. I don't know, but I haven't done it personally, but I've seen many people doing it in my own timeline.
So they use their own Twitter, you would use your own Twitter followers to help you get a collab?
Exactly. Or even in the YouTube comments. So if you're a YouTuber, you can comment on a video from someone that you really love and you want to do a video with them or with him, her. Then you write a comment and then you tell in your Twitter, please like my comment that I wrote in this video. And then they go and liked it. Yeah. And that's nice because then it goes up, and then, yeah, maybe that YouTuber sees your comment, and then maybe it happens, I don't know.
Let's probably do this as well.
Do any of you ask your viewers for like suggestions on who to collab with, and how is the feedback on that? And have they been successful though? I mean, getting those collaborations put together?
Let's go first.
No. But sorry, let me expand. So, and also I'm just going to backtrack for a quick second, and I think you might have mentioned this earlier, but an important thing to do whenever you like tweet, or if you just reach out to somebody that generally you don't have a connection with, is just with an idea. If you contact them with an idea, then they're much more likely to do it, because you just took that weight off their chest. They don't have to come up with the concept anymore. You did. And that's really beneficial, especially if you're going for someone that might be a bit larger than you. Give them a concept and be like, oh, and also I have your part already down and everything. You just need to film it. That'll help a lot. So where were we? That I just said no to, I don't even remember. What did you say?
I asked if
you ask your audience?
got suggestions
Oh, yes.
for collaborations, and have they worked out?
Yeah, awesome. No. So I was going to expand on that, and then I got sidetracked. I apologize. So with that, I kind of just like, I have done collabs with people that they've recommended, but I don't necessarily say, oh yeah, that's a great idea, I just do it, and then they get really excited. They're like, oh my gosh, you did it with this person, that's amazing. So I just know who the audience likes, but I don't make it aware that I know, because I like to surprise them, and it also makes it's like sneaky. I'm like, oh my goodness, Jake has the same interests as I do. He likes this YouTuber too? And like, I just seem really cool, but really I was just listening to what they were saying.
I think there's a lot of content in YouTube, so sometimes you get these, not suggestions for specific collaborations, but you get tweets or people who say, wow, I've seen this channel and she's very similar to you, or he does something similar to your stuff. Then you check it out and then maybe you like it. So I guess it's not like you take that suggestion and do a collaboration directly, but maybe, I mean, my subscribers, they help me to find I don't know, a bigger world in YouTube. It's really big. I mean, I don't have that much time to search for YouTubers. So yeah, I think they help.
They help you put yourself on other YouTubers' radars that you may not be aware of each other. But that's happened a few times. That we've discovered YouTubers that we've eventually gone to work with that we had no idea, if they'd want to work with us or what they did and we didn't know about them. That's happened.
I think it's actually so we actually rely on our subscribers to tell us who they want us to collab with, because we're normally friendly within the UK because it's so close-knit, tight-knit. We know many of the people, or we've bumped into them and we get on well with them. So if we don't know who our audience wants to see us with, we'll say actively in our videos, tell us who you want to be with.
They won't be in a video, it'll be
on Twitter. We rely on Twitter for that. That's what we do. We're not necessarily on YouTube, but on Twitter we'll ask for our subscribers feedback on everything we do. They scrutinise everything, and that's totally okay with us.
I'll come back to you in a sec. We've talked all about collaboration in the sense of having two people in a video together, or two or more. Have you guys done any collaborations where it's been like with people filming the video, or people help design t-shirts, or any other kind of collaboration where it's just kind of working with other creatives for YouTube or otherwise?
Well, do you mean like maybe sketches? Like
yeah, so maybe working with writers or other YouTubers that will help you film, or that will give you sort of creative ideas, and working together that way, rather than just kind of being in each other's videos.
I haven't.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, you go first.
I mean, I don't know if this counts, but my flatmate and I, and my flatmate also has a small channel on YouTube, she decided to create a documentary for South African YouTubers, which is about 5 at the moment. And they were kind of all in Cape Town, which was nice. So we went round to everybody and we interviewed them. And, you know, Georgie, my flatmate, was responsible for filming and editing and also writing. And then I was the producer. So yeah, I guess in a way you can collab in that sense. Yeah.
Well, my boyfriend who's there, he just told me something that I forgot. But I know a channel in Spain, they do these sketches videos, and their way to collaborate with other YouTubers is, okay, if you would like to, you appear in one of our sketches, and then we write one sketch for you, for your channel, if you like it, and you help them, I mean, because it has to fit in your channel, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. And then that's very nice, because then it's like they do their job, they do the sketch, the idea, and you help them, and then you do a cross action. Then you do like both videos at the same time, you publish it, and then it's something really nice.
I just like to pick on what you said. It doesn't make sense. On our channel, we don't really do sketches. That's something we want to go into. Our friend Laura, Doug's friend Laura as well, we do sketches on her channel, and that's so our audience can sort of acclimatise the fact that we're really bad at acting, but we want to bring sketches to our channel. So it's a way of doing, if you do something on someone else's channel, it's sort of okay for you to then bring it over after an amount of time to your channel, so your audience can be slowly introduced to it. Otherwise it's just like, what the hell have they done? Why have they just done that? Yeah. That wasn't funny. It's really weird, but yeah, just it's got to fit in, otherwise it's just out of place and looks awkward.
Did you have your questions?
I can shout if you want.
Do you have any awkward collaboration stories? Like, did anything go wrong, or just make you feel really uncomfortable?
I think the best, sorry, I keep going straight in. The best, if you get to a collab and you was really hyped up for it and you thought it was going to go really well, and on the day it doesn't quite turn out how you expected, the best thing to do is film for a very long time, and then if you have, say, like 7 hours worth of footage, to cut it into 3 minutes, and you know it's going to be funny.
Are you talking about
what about the video we didn't upload, Doug?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, but
that'll be remedied. Don't worry, we'll do that.
Well, I had quite an awkward moment the other day. I filmed a collab with Hazel Hayes, and we both had drinks in our hands, and I kind of got so nervous that I started kind of almost shaking, and I just poured like drink all over her. But hopefully I'll use it as content. But yeah, that was as awkward as it was.
I think you should use it.
Yeah.
What about the favourite collaboration that you guys have done? And was there any reason why it was really good? Or your favourite kind of collaboration? Any other stories?
I've got 2. we did a video with our friend Chloe. Don't make Sam, you're sitting there, I can see you. Sam helped film some of it, which was like hilarious, genuinely so fun.
Sam helped film, that was part of the
But then also, we regularly collab with Sam because we're just generally idiots together, and I'm quite confident that our audience loves that. So that's something we like to do. So it doesn't matter if you go regularly back to the same person, because there's always new things you can bring to the table. What was the question? Favourite collab. Our favourite collab was where we ate. Who's heard of the Bean Boozle challenge? They're like you know Harry Potter. They've got Bertie Bott's beans. They're disgusting flavoured beans, but then like you've got 2 colours. One's lovely, and then one might be baby wipes. We did that video, and I have never felt so ill. But it was the best video we have ever. Like honestly, I love it still. I can watch it myself and laugh, and that's a sign of a good video if you laugh at your own videos. Yeah, if we don't laugh when we're editing, we don't upload it. That's why we're always like really tight on like upload schedule. My voice just broke, sorry.
I did one that I really recommend if you haven't done it, is the 7-second challenge.
Yeah,
have you heard
so
it?
funny.
I recorded it 2 weeks ago, and I had so much fun doing it, and I see the video and I'm laughing all the time. So if you haven't done it, you should, because now it's the time.
Is there any other questions from the audience? Steve.
Hello. I've got a couple questions. When I started out, I found it was really hard to find anyone to do collabs with. Not in that I was asking people when they were declining that I couldn't find anyone, because when you're at like the really beginning stages and you've got only a couple hundred subscribers and stuff, it's really hard just to find other YouTubers, because it's like there's a massive sea of everybody. Do you have any tips for finding people to collaborate with when you're really, really small, just starting out?
I think in the past year, because this time last year we came here, we only had about 1,000 subscribers. But at the time we were always tweeting, and Twitter is the best way, I think, for us to communicate with other creators.
If you're a YouTuber and you don't have Twitter, Doug, was that an earthquake or did you just drop the mic? If you're a YouTuber and you don't have Twitter, then you're missing something big, because it's, you know, you need it for everything.
Because it's fast moving. If you upload once a week, then you sort of fall off everyone's radar. So if you're constantly reminding people you do exist and you are relevant on Twitter, that's the best way to do it. But beyond that, we found a lot of people that were similar to us on their size, and we became good friends with them. We went on collab channels.
Collab channel. There you go. Sharp. Collab channel. Do that. That's good.
That's good. Good way of really pushing yourself into the community. And you just need to use the community as like as a thing. All right, we'll say
yeah. Sharp.
Okay.
Any other thoughts on collab channels while we're here on the topic? Has anyone been part of one or have friends that are in them?
I actually have a question for you real quick, audience. Who has a YouTube channel? Awesome. So, I mean, this is like, going to these kind of things is a great place to be at, because there's so many people that are also creating things at varying levels that you can just find people to work with. So, I mean, that's what I love about these conventions. There's just so many other people creating amazing things, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thanks.
Well, in the past, I was very lucky because I had this opportunity to do a collaboration with Mr. Guitarman, but I love what he does, but when I brought it to my channel, I saw nothing really happen, because my community is Spanish and he's English speaker. So do you think that speaking different languages is a problem for collaborations?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think this, of course, I mean, unless you add subtitles or something, which is something that is always in my mind, but I never do. Yeah, I think it's a problem, because I think Spanish people do consume English videos, like a lot. I mean, I consume a lot of Americans and English YouTubers, but I don't. In the other way around, unless people, I mean, English speakers are learning Spanish and then they're interested in learning the language, they don't consume that much of Spanish vloggers. So I guess right now it's, yeah, unless you have I mean, you can have content which you don't need language, then that's great. I mean, if you're doing covers or you're doing like nice videos with not real language, but in my case that I do vlogging and I'm talking to a camera, then yeah, I guess it might be a problem, because even though it's nice for your audience, yeah, then you won't get audience from the English speaking video, for example. I mean, vlogger, for example. I think it's difficult. They actually click on the subscribe button if you speak in a language they don't understand.
I think YouTube's making a few changes, isn't it? Sorry, I was at the keynote yesterday.
That's my question.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go for your question.
Yesterday at the keynote, there was information about a new way of doing subtitles that's user-based and uses the community to do that. Do you think that'll have an impact on multilingual channel collaborations?
I hope it does. I really hope it does. I will try it, and I think we should do that, right? I mean, it's like we should really use something to export our own content. So yeah, I hope that works. Yeah, I hope so.
And sorry, I'm gonna just get very excited for a second. How cool is fan subtitles? That's like amazing that you can do that, and other people can contribute captions and make your videos available to everyone in the world. Is really, really exciting. And that's a big thing that I do, is every single video I make, I have English captions for. Because a lot of people, because I love getting the comments, even though it's very rare, but from, you know, the people who English is a second language, and they just like watching it with captions because it helps them learn the language better. Mm-hmm. And then especially now, they can take that caption file and they can translate it into their own language and show it to their friends. Because I'll get emails like, they're like, hey, so I want to show my friends this video, but they speak Portuguese, so I translated it for you. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. It's amazing. Like, what a feeling. Feelings everywhere. So that's so cool. So I think fan subtitles is gonna, I am very, very excited. And I think if you do make videos, caption them. Because you never know who now can translate it for everyone to watch. Like, I'll get some that are in Hebrew. It's amazing. And I just look at them like, this looks so cool. I just want to watch it in. Anyway, sorry, yes. Awesome. The end.
Questions?
So building on top of that, do you do export collaborations? Like, do you try to find other YouTubers in other countries to maybe tap on other audiences that may be or may not be keen to your regular audience?
Yes. It's generally not as successful. Like, if I collab with another science channel, that's going to benefit me and them a lot more. But it is nice to do that because you never know who you're going to get. There's going to be somebody that didn't know about you that finds you, and then they love you, and then they can tell their friends about you. So it's always beneficial. Just the way you do it needs to be constructive and creative. So actually, again, sorry, real quick. Going back to something we were talking about, working with creators that might speak a different language. I did collaboration with these 2 Japanese creators when I was in Japan. And so they weren't, because if I put them in the video, it's not going to drive a lot of traffic, and also they don't really speak English, so, But at the end of the video, I can say, hey, by the way, my 2 friends that are like these amazing Japanese creators made these videos, go check them out if you speak Japanese. And that was just great, because now I've kind of limited it. I didn't alienate the audience that would be watching it that doesn't know Japanese, and I gave an additional thing to the audience that does know Japanese. So that was just like a nice benefit. Anyway, sorry. Back to what we were talking about, and I'm going to remember this time. Yes. Working with creators that are outside of your same niche is very, very important, because you never know who you're going to get. You just have to do it in a way that's sensible for both your and their content.
So would you say the same goes for demographics? If 2 creators have got very different demographics, is it worth exploring that and still collaborating?
Totally, because it's going to be people that are going to like your content. They just don't know about it yet. You just have to find them, and it might be smaller than the average, but whatever, that's more people that get to see your videos, which is amazing. That's so cool.
Questions?
You should just permanently give her a microphone.
Any concrete plans for near future collaborations? Specifically you, because you're here from South Africa. So, you're going to be taking advantage of your time here to do something.
Yeah, of course. I have been doing collaborations with people so far, and we'll see. I've still got 1 week to go. So if anyone wants to do a collab, but I did a collab with Doug yesterday and Hazel before, and I've obviously been in one of Caspar's videos as well as I got here, because he always likes to capture me and bring me into his videos when I'm here. It's lots of fun. But yeah, I do have plans. You'll watch this space. Watch this space. Anyone else? You have plans? We're going to do one as well.
Oh, yeah, are we? Okay, yeah, then yes. We actually are going to, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. I'm very excited. Besides this one, no, I have no plans. Because again, it's a lot of my stuff, all of my stuff is very scripted. So I need to have a lot of time to prepare and figure out how I can integrate somebody and make it incredible.
I live in a house with YouTubers, so I'm sure I will do a collaboration on Monday or something. While we are cooking.
Well, we have a car, and there's a lot of people in the UK, and we do 3 videos a week, so we don't really plan that far in ahead. Probably
We're so unorganised.
2 days in ahead.
We managed to get some collabs done. Yeah. We've got a few lined up.
Yeah.
We always have something lined up.
It's nice having a backlog as well. There's one that we did back in March. I've got to edit yet. So, yeah.
Someone's rollerblading down the halls.
Anyone else?
Also, do people still rollerblade? Is that a thing that people still do? I mean,
I saw some people doing yesterday.
Be proud of it, but is that, I don't know, I don't see it very much.
I actually saw someone rollerblading to work,
roller skates?
commuting in the morning, rollerblading along the road, like amongst the traffic and everything a few weeks ago. I thought that was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see that very much.
I'm not cool enough to do that.
Oh, the wheelies? Is that a thing here? Do you guys have wheelies where there's like a little...
Oh, Heelys.
Heelys. That was called? Sorry, I don't know anything. Look at me. Heelys. I want those, just so I can kind of like enter rooms really...
They got banned everywhere because I think children were like driving off cliffs and stuff. That's a joke. That's a joke. It never happened.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, questions?
Any other questions on collaboration?
Do you think you can over-collaborate with people in a way that would dilute your own kind of image or brand?
Can I just say something on this? Back in December, we did plan doing 25 days of collaboration, which isn't, I think, for a small. Looking back in hindsight, I think it's not something we should. It's a good thing we didn't do it. Then subsequently, some of the ones we did film in December and prior, we put them up in the first couple of weeks of January. And I was like, wow, growth. But it became a point where they were getting far less views than our original content, content we were producing just for us with us in.
In general, if people subscribe to your channel on the basis that you sort of say what you're doing and how often you're doing it, and if you make a drastic change that they're not prepared for, you shouldn't be surprised that, I mean, you might experience some rapid growth, but people might unsubscribe as well because I wasn't expecting this, I didn't subscribe for that. But there's nothing wrong with it. I think there is something, you can dilute your channel. I think a lot of YouTubers, once they've done a big collab, will just do something that is very solidly them, and then the people that have come from the back of a collaboration will get to know them a little bit better. Yeah, I think you can. It can be damaging if you can tackle it though. It's not something that we've experienced, but.
I mean, that was, yes. You can, yeah, and also because if you do it, there's the expectation that you're always going to be doing it, and then when you don't, people might be disappointed, or people might just be like, this isn't what I subscribed for. So yeah, do it just very... Moderation and be very smart about it.
Sorry. I saw that you were doing a collab with the RH Experience, and you did one video on their channel, one video on your channel. Is that the standard way of doing it, or? And I've seen a couple of YouTubers do like a short film with 2 alternate endings. What's the way that you produce content for both channels?
You can do so. Sometimes it's typical to do a video on each channel because it's like, oh, here's my audience, there's your audience. But you can always feature on someone else's channel that is completely not your demographic. So we are like comedy. I don't know what you call it, we sit there and slap each other, but like we make them sort of videos, so if we just featured on a channel and was helping other people do like, I don't know, something that was not typical to us, then you can introduce yourself to that audience, and that's something you could do, but typically, yeah, it's like video on your channel, video on our channel.
And that's why you can slowly ease yourself into a demographic that you're not actually used to, so that's quite a good way of doing it.
Beauty, for example, you know, let's start my like makeup range next.
Have you got anyone, this is to anyone, have you got any stories of like collaborations that have gone quite badly, or there wasn't quite a connection at all, or there was just something that wasn't great? And also, have you got any sort of like unusual collabs, say with a channel that's completely different to yours, say like cooking? I don't know if anyone here cooks, but that's gone really well.
I've got one. I did a collaboration with Woto, who I love. They're both great guys, but our audiences are very different, and our style of content is very different. And we enjoyed the videos, but they just didn't do that well on their own, really. I think we were just a bit too far apart in terms of audience and style of video. That unfortunately didn't really work, but it was still fun to film with them, so I don't regret it. But yeah, it didn't quite work.
I've done some videos where I sing, not in my channel because that's not what I do, but then with my friends who they make songs, and then I appear in the video singing. It's not really my thing, but I like singing in my room, but it's not the same as doing it in a video. And then of course you get some comments like, why are you singing, or something like that. And then yeah, but that's something that you're gonna get. But if I like it and I'm having fun, and it's not my channel, so then I'm gonna do it anyways. Sorry?
What's your normal thing?
Comedian vlogging videos, like tutorials, funny tutorials, or talking to a camera and then going outside and recording myself doing crazy stuff, and but not singing. So then if you do something completely different, even if it's in another channel, then maybe it might be strange for some people. But I mean, the result was positive in the end, but of course you get some people who are like, why are you singing? That's weird.
Any other questions?
There's one back there as well.
What about age differences? How, I mean, I know you're all very young. Well, I'm very old, either way. Do you find it, is it challenging? Can you do it easily where there's a large age gap? Do you avoid them, etc.?
I've always thought that it's easier to do what you actually like, and then the demographics, they come alone, let's say. I mean, people who are gonna like you, I mean, I don't mind if they are 14 or 25. I'm not gonna be creating content just because of the age of my viewers. And actually, I've used YouTube Analytics. I mean, I've used it, I've checked it, and it changes. So sometimes I upload a video, and then I checked out the demographics, and it's 13 to 17 years old, and then another day is 18 to 25. So you never know. And then I get people, I mean, when I go outside, and then I meet people who are older than me, I mean, and they say, hey, I watch your videos, so you never know. I mean, I've always thought that it's better to do what you want and what you like, and then you will get the demographics that, I mean, they just happen.
Creators, was it?
With difference in demographics.
Well, their age, like, right? So, like, if I were to make a video with someone that's like 60. Yeah. No, if it's going to be an amazing, mind-melting video, then why not? Just make stuff, right?
Can I just say, like, oh my God, this is so relevant to when we started. Like, we were 21. Everyone we was collaborating was around 15 or 16, just because they started and naturally younger and they've got a smaller audience, but that was equal to us. So we worked with them to create content. And but fortunately we shared interests, and that's the only reason we did do a video with them, not because they had an audience.
And those are some of our best videos. There's nothing, like, age gap is nothing. It's, if that person is genuinely, you watch their videos and you're a big fan of them, or, you know, vice versa, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's no age that I wouldn't do a video with. Like, I'm not going to stop doing, like, a video with a 50-year-old if they want to do a video with me. That's not.
I mean, if they're a kid of the internet, then cool, we'll do a video. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I sometimes have my mom in my videos, you know. She's obviously a huge age gap, but I mean, it's just about feeding off each other. It's about an energy. It's never really a big problem, I don't think. I think age is but a number. So, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Oh, there's a gentleman over there. Run! Run!
Sorry for the track. Do you find that as a two-man channel, sorry this is kind of mainly aimed at Nick and Sammy, but as a two-man channel, do you find it hard sourcing a collaboration, say, with another two-man channel? Because obviously, do you find that you lose your originality because there's quite a lot of people involved?
Yeah, with the RH, I don't know if you watched, we did a video with the RH Experience, well, yesterday, and then like a month ago. And they're brilliant, and I've watched them for like, well, I've only been watching YouTube for like a few years, but yeah, I've been watching them for ages, and we didn't, if we were doing, for example, a sit-down video where you were discussing something, which isn't typical for someone like the RH Experience anyway, then I think you're right, it would blur, and you wouldn't really see the individual personalities, but because we was playing a game, and because we're often on a team, it's, like, we're basically the same person anyway, so if we're on a team like that, it's fine. But yeah, you're right, if there's a lot of you in a room,
it's chaos. We thought of a format, thankfully the RH completely thought of the idea, and they said to us, like, because there's so many of us, how can we make it that we're all still relevant? So
and get a wide angle lens as well.
Yeah,
because there's like 16 of you. You need like
and good lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just got a couple of minutes left, if that. So has anyone got any final thoughts on collaborations, or is there one final question from the audience?
Can I just say one thing that I think is so important for collaboration? It's just authenticity, and you'll probably hear that word a lot if you go to any of the businessy panels. It's just you've got to treat your audience like you'd like to be treated. You want to watch something good, and they understand, and they're not stupid. So your audience is very important, and that's what makes your channel. They watch you, so you need to give them good content, and not just a forced collab that you think is going to give you 100,000 subscribers, because that's not what anybody wants. So be authentic and genuine.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice one to finish on. So thanks very much, everyone, and thank you for joining this panel.